Good morning, class.
Good morning, Miss Freshwater. Good morning, everyone.
Today's star pupil is Joe the Smithy. Now, he does ancient and historical blacksmithing, and he wanted to show me a thing or two today at an event that he's running called Stone to Steel.
Where are we right now?
We are at Butler ancient farm. This is a modern forge set up for the weekend event that we're at, called Stone to Steel. We've also got like historical forges, a Saxon one right behind you there. Tom's mostly going to be using that one. Tom is one of the other part of the Saxon smiths, but we are sort of jumping back and forth from some of these. This is for bigger stuff. That's for like ease.
The Saxon smiths.
That is a project that me and Tom are doing, basically recreating every iron and non-ferrous item from the early Saxon period.
Okay, what period does that fall into?
It falls under the 450 to 650 AD.
That's a lot of years.
Yeah, a couple of hundred years.
And you're recreating everything that you're...
Every type of every iron and non-ferrous metal item, yeah. People have reconstructed like things through like history, but no one's really done an entire period like this before, so it's an undertaking. It's going to take a few years and then a few more years.
Is there anything I can make, or...?
We might be able to give you a sledge even.
A sledge?
Later
What's
on.
a sledge?
A sledgehammer, a big hammer to swing.
Oh my gosh, do you think I can do that?
Well, yeah, later on, I think once we're set up, we'll let you sort of swing it a couple of times and then we'll move you out the way so all the others come in and it's safe.
Okay, I might need some safety goggles. All right, so Joe, what are we making?
Well, Miss Freshwater, we are going to make a small little Saxon shield handle.
Wow!
And I'm going to get you to hammer it. We're going to stretch it out a little bit more, flare out the ends, and then we're going to punch the two holes, and then it's ready to go.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
If you just keep hitting the middle.
Hit in the middle.
That's it. That just gets you the idea of what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to do one big heat, and then you're going to flare out the very ends. Like all blacksmithing, pretty much nothing's changed in blacksmithing. All we've got now are modern machinery to help us do bigger pieces of work.
Fabulous.
And a few more jigs. But the hammer and anvil is basically the main detail of the craft still today. So 3,000 years old, nothing's changed.
Because it works.
I'm just going to work this if you stand back a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm drawing the material out just because we need it to be a little bit longer and a little bit thinner, and that's exactly what this does. Another heat now, it will be then back to Miss Freshwater to flare the ends where the rivet holes go. 50% of the time is waiting for the material to get hot. But what that time is your thinking time. You have to be 2 steps ahead before you take the material out. The first step is knowing what you're about to do, and the second one is, if it's going wrong, what to do then.
Okay. Oh.
There we go. That's how we communicate.
I'm thinking of all my enemies.
It's a good way of thinking about it.
Yeah, when I hit the...
Perfect.
Yep.
Yep. Style 1, Anglo-Saxon shield handle shape, ready to go.
No!
So it's not too much work, but it's enough to have a nice little replica. It's ready to go. I'm going to punch these 2 holes now. What I'm going to do is you go almost through all the way, but then you stop, flip it round, and you'll see a dark circle showing you where it is, and that's your guide of where to go through the other way.
Amazing.
And then we'll put it over this, which is called the Pritchell hole.
Yeah.
And then it will punch it out like a little slug.
What is this called?
The anvil face. So this is the face.
A face.
That's a square. That square one's called the hardy hole, and this is called a Pritchell hole. Don't really know why they're called the hardy hole, but any tool that goes in there means it's a hardy tool. Here's your Anglo-Saxon shield handle.
Wow, that's incredible. I guess it's still blazing hot right now.
Yes, so what we do now...
Oh, I can hear it bubbling.
There you go, look. Even though you can't see the heat, we call that a black heat, and that's where most people get burnt.
Black heat.
Because you forget, we're used to colour, so if you don't think there's any colour there, and you forget about it, or if you're new to it, that's where most people get there. But now, 5 seconds quenching.
Quenching.
Yeah, that's basically our process, quenching. The whole main idea of this event is to get people that have an interest in history together, makers together, and allow them to network and showcase their interests and skills.
Is all of the jewellery that you find from this period religious?
I wouldn't say it's always religious. So we are concentrating on the pre-Christian time. So there will be elements of pagan influence on a lot of work, but sometimes you do see just some nicely crafted work that doesn't necessarily have any specific imagery or sort of message in a way.
What stopped people believing in these gods, like god of thunder, Thor, right? Like, what stopped us believing in that, do you reckon?
It was forced by basically the Christianisation of the Saxon England, really. Some people might think it was, they were just forced to convert and that's it. That's not really how it works, because it took a long time to convert people. Originally, they would have just probably added this, this Jesus on as we'll just add him on to the rest of the gods, And what happens behind closed doors meant that these sort of beliefs and traditions did carry on for hundreds of years, but it really came down to trade, forcing trade. So a lot of powerful people that became Christian, if you're not following with them, it's harder to trade with them. So it really came down to money as well.
How can we get the children of today interested in history?
Well, as a reenactor and somebody who does living history generally, we actually do get thousands of families throughout the year that go to events. So there are loads of events out there, multi-period reenactment events and castles and places like here at Butler Farm. And the kids, it's the best way for them to get entertained, because they actually do combat displays, but there's also, as long as people are doing crafts and living history, we actually do see, I see and speak to hundreds of people throughout the summer. So it is actually a thing that happens, and I think we need to keep them going, and we need to network with as many places around the country as possible, because it's the best way to keep the interest.
I have a gift for you to say thank you. I went to the gift shop and I put a gift for you in your book bag. So,
I haven't seen one of them in 25 years.
25 years?
I think. Wow, look at that. In Search of the Dark Ages. That is very nice. You're very welcome. Very nice.
Yeah, it means a lot to me.
Yeah, well, I want to thank you also, obviously, for accepting the invitation and travelling literally across the country to come down and join us. So, thank you very much.
Do you know, I slept in a roundhouse last night. It is my pleasure, quite frankly. Loved it.
Fantastic. Well, as you know, the register needs to be called out, so here we go. Justin Musson, Jean-François TKS, Sina Siadat, Zdzislaw, Lost for Life 73, Adam Kariv, Lewis Skinner, Wax Duck, Daniel Cullen, Jake Kindred, Lewis Collard, Howard Carter, MC Jazza, CK with manual curly quotes, Patrick Gilliland, Andrew Taylor, Dale Murchie, Jack, Andrew Northall, Robert Knowles, Coen Townsend, Andrew F, Topher Rhodes, Timothy B. McNeil, there's a fly there, Mark Dorrill, Troy Davies, AntiPinguin, Vince Pale, Goose, MoltJam, Mark Forshaw, Dan Smith, Alex Butler, gatoAlfa, Oinky, Harry Dewulf, Astrid McKay, Kevin Voll, Fractal Wolf, Nuffy, Bob Murphy, Merin Vogel, Gully Olm, Mr. Pumpkin, Watto Snorkers, Adam 𝓤𝓬𝓱𝓸𝓸𝓵, EM, Matthew Franks, Angus Smith, Scott W, Vallacy, Florian, Michael Jones, gatoAlfa, Alejandro Suarez, Nick how do you say that? Schmellenberger. Zaniki, Richie's Radio Rune, Orion Gamer Cat, Walter Vegelar, Gilgamesh, Peter Medvin, Jonathan Dumshan, Lewis, Jason 𝓢𝓬𝓱𝓸𝓵, Simon Welsh, Will, Stephen Pope, Jack Heights, Matthew Anderson, Anthony Whistler, Alan Pearson, Adventure Bike TV, Tech Train Guy, Patrick Bandelier, Remy Cat, Moritz J, Henkes, Thomas, Jack Foy, Michael Stevens, Hazel James, Dan Peterson, Luke Kitt, Tessa, Talon's Gaiman, Bort, Aphex Twin, hi Aphex Twin, William Peterson, Jordan Beagle, David Scrivener, Michael Bond.